All right, so get this. We're diving into high fashion today. Borsalino.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the iconic Italian hat maker,
Yeah, yeah.
they're dropping a new collection at Milan Fashion Week
Nice.
called Bogart Cut 7.
Hmm.
And you guessed it, we're talking serious Hollywood vibes with this one.
Oh, very cool.
I've got some incredible research here
Oh, cool.
from fashion journalist Simona Cochi of The Italian Way.
Nice, nice.
Think insider access.
Oh, wow.
We're not just talking about hats here, though.
Right.
We're going to uncover how a brand can tap into nostalgia, craftsmanship,
Yeah.
and make classic style relevant, for you today.
What I think is really captivating about this whole launch
Mm-hmm.
is how Borsalino has managed to link their own legacy of craftsmanship
Yeah.
over 160 years of hat making
Wow.
with the image of a style icon like Humphrey Bogart.
Right.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant play on nostalgia.
It's almost like they're saying, hey, want a little bit of that timeless cool that Bogart radiated? We've got just the thing.
Yeah.
But it's deeper than just slapping a famous name on a hat.
That's exactly, yeah. Bogart's style, it wasn't just about the clothes. It was an attitude. It was, that tough guy with a heart of gold persona that he projected in films like Casablanca.
Classic.
The Borsalino fedora became part of his signature.
Right.
And there's a psychology to why that works,
Okay.
That wide brim, that high crown, that signature tilt.
Yeah.
It all adds up to this aura of mystery and masculinity.
Okay, so there's a psychology to a hat.
Well,
Intrigued.
think about it. I mean, the wide brim,
Yeah.
it doesn't just shade the eyes. It creates a sort of visual frame,
Right.
drawing attention to the face,
Right.
while also adding a touch of, the enigmatic and the high crown.
Yeah.
It literally elevates the wearer.
Oh, wow.
It adds a sense of stature and presence.
So it's not just about looking good. It's about projecting a certain image, like
Yes.
feeling a certain way.
Yes, yes.
When you wear it. It's all connected.
Precisely, yeah. And Borsalino is banking on that connection,
Right.
on the power of association.
Right.
And let's not forget, of course, their own heritage.
Right.
We're talking about a company that's been handcrafting hats since 1857.
Wow.
Each hat goes through over 50 manual steps
Wow.
using the highest quality rabbit fur felt.
Really?
Yeah, so
50 steps. That's insane.
I know.
We're definitely not talking about your average mass-produced hat here.
Yeah.
No wonder people talk about Borsalino like it's like the holy grail of hats.
That's where their genius lies, right? They combined that heritage of craftsmanship with a very modern understanding of branding.
Right.
They've tapped into this desire for authenticity, for products with a story, a soul. And by tying their legacy to Bogart's image, they're creating this irresistible aura of, timeless cool.
It's like they're saying, we've been making these incredible hats for over a century.
Uh-huh.
And even icons like Bogart recognize that.
Right.
It's subtle, but it's brilliant.
And what's really interesting is that they're not just replicating the past, right?
Right.
Bogart Cut 7 collection takes those classic elements and updates them for today.
So it's not a costume piece.
No.
It's a way to wear a piece of history that still feels relevant today.
Exactly. Yeah. There are new materials, techniques, even a wider color palette to choose from, but they kept that core silhouette.
Yeah.
That iconic Bogart cut that made the original so captivating.
And to launch this collection, they've chosen Milan Fashion Week.
Yes.
It's like the Olympics of the fashion world.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does that tell us about Borsalino's strategy here?
Well, it's a power move.
Yeah.
No doubt. Milan Fashion Week sets the trends for menswear globally.
Mm-hmm.
By launching there, Borsalino is signaling that they're not just a heritage brand clinging to the past. Right. They're a major player shaping the future of men's style.
Right. And they've got the goods to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
These hats are a statement piece.
Yeah.
But they're also incredibly versatile.
Yes.
Our journalist, Simona Cochi,
got
a sneak peek at the collection.
Nice.
And highlighted in her review how it works for both formal events and more casual settings.
That's a key point. Borsalino is recognizing that today's consumer wants something special, something with heritage and a story, but it also needs to fit into their life.
It's that balance of heritage and modernity again.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just selling you a hat.
Right.
They're selling you a feeling.
Yeah.
A connection to something, bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
And Simona Cochi, I mean, she's worked with the best in the industry.
Yeah.
Gucci, Prada, you name it.
Right.
Her insights are pure gold in the fashion world.
She's the real deal. And in her digital review, she picks up on all those subtle details that Borsalino has woven into this collection.
Yeah.
Like the inscription on the hats, "Life comes in flashes."
That's cool.
It's a nod to a Bogart documentary.
Oh.
And speaks to the, the thoughtfulness behind the entire project.
Okay, so we've got Bogart's legacy, Borsalino's heritage, a launch at one of the biggest fashion events in the world.
Yep.
And all wrapped up with insightful commentary from a top fashion journalist. Where do we go from here?
This is where things get really interesting.
Ooh.
Let's unpack what Borsalino is doing from a business perspective, because this is about more than just making beautiful hats. This is about understanding the economics of luxury.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, economics of luxury. That sounds kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Break it down for me.
Okay.
What are we talking about here?
It's actually pretty fascinating. Yeah. We're talking about how a brand like Borsalino, with its, history, its craftsmanship, thrives in a market that's constantly bombarded with, trends and fleeting fads.
Right.
They've managed to kind of crack the code of what makes luxury truly desirable.
So it's not just about the price tag. There's a whole psychology to luxury that Borsalino's tapped into.
Absolutely. Consumers today, especially in the luxury market, they're savvy. They're looking for more than just a product, right? They're looking for an experience, a feeling, a sense of belonging to something special.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this ties back to the Bogart connection, and that life comes in flashes inscription.
Yeah.
It's about crafting a story, like an identity, around the product.
Precisely. And Borsalino, they do this masterfully. They've cultivated this brand image. Yeah.
That evokes sophistication, craftsmanship, and a timeless sense of style, right?
Right, yeah.
Values that resonate deeply with today's luxury consumer.
So when you buy a Borsalino, you're not just buying a hat, you're buying into a legacy, a lifestyle, a feeling. It's like owning a piece of that Bogart mystique.
You got it. And that emotional connection. That's where the real value lies in the luxury market.
Right.
It's what sets a brand like Borsalino apart from the mass-produced disposable fashion that floods the market.
So let's say someone is listening to this and thinking, okay, I get the Bogart connection, the heritage, the luxury aspect, but what does this collection actually look like?
Right.
What am I going to see on the runway at Milan Fashion Week?
Okay, picture this.
Okay.
The silhouette is classic Bogart.
Okay.
We're talking wide, dramatic brims.
Those tall crowns, that signature center crease that gives the fedora its attitude, but it's not a carbon copy.
Okay.
Borsalino has introduced modern updates with the materials and colors.
Hold on. I'm getting flashbacks to my grandfather's old hats here.
Right.
What kind of modern updates are we talking about?
Yeah.
Give me the details.
Okay, for starters, they're using this incredible shaved felt.
Okay.
It's incredibly soft and luxurious to the touch.
Oh, nice.
It elevates the entire look and feel of the hat and the color palette. Yes, you have your classic midnight blues and charcoal grays, but Borsalino has also introduced some unexpected richer tones.
Okay, like bird.
Deep burgundies.
Oh, wow.
Earthy browns.
Okay.
Even a sophisticated taupe that's incredibly versatile.
So they're playing with textures and colors in a way that feels fresh and modern while still respecting that classic silhouette. They've managed to bridge that gap between, like, heritage and contemporary style seamlessly.
That's exactly what makes this collection so appealing, right?
Yeah.
It's got that nod to the past, the Bogart influence, but it's also very much of the moment.
Yeah.
It's for a man who appreciates classic style, but wants something that feels individual, unique.
It's like they're saying, yes, we have a rich history, but we're not stuck in it.
Exactly. And that resonates with today's consumer, especially in the luxury market.
Yeah.
They want heritage, but they also want innovation.
Yeah.
They want something that reflects their own personal style and values.
You know, you mentioned personal style.
Yeah.
And it makes me think about something we touched on earlier.
Yeah.
The idea of personal branding.
Right.
How does this collection play into that idea?
It's a great point.
Because, let's be real, in today's world, first impressions matter a lot.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
A hat like a Borsalino. It's more than just an accessory.
Right.
It's a statement piece.
Yeah, yeah.
It tells the world something about you before you even say a word.
So it's like a nonverbal cue that communicates your style, your values, even your personality.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And with a brand like Borsalino, that message is one of sophistication, quality, and a certain timeless cool.
Yeah.
It says, I appreciate the finer things in life. I'm confident. I'm not afraid to stand out.
And that kind of confidence, that can make a real difference, both personally and professionally.
It's true.
Especially in a world where image is everything.
And what I find fascinating is how Borsalino is playing on this idea, not explicitly, but subtly, through their choice of inspiration. The craftsmanship, the launch event, everything, they're not just selling hats. They're selling an aspirational lifestyle.
It's like they're saying, hey, if you want a little bit of that Bogart magic, a little bit of that timeless style, this is how you get it.
And the beauty of it is that it's not about mimicking Bogart exactly. It's about taking inspiration from his, confidence, his individuality, his sense of self. It's about finding your own version of that classic cool.
That's what makes this so much more than just a fashion trend. It's about tapping into something deeper, something that transcends time.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And it's something that Simona Cochi picks up on
Yeah.
beautifully in her digital review.
Right.
She talks about how the collection is imbued with this sense of history, of storytelling,
Yeah.
of a brand that understands the power of, connecting with its customers on an emotional level.
That emotional connection.
Yeah.
That's the key. And it's something that, frankly, a lot of brands miss. They get caught up in the hype, the trends.
Yeah.
And they forget about, the heart of what makes a product truly desirable.
And that's where Borsalino shines, right?
Yeah.
They haven't forgotten. They've managed to stay true to their heritage, their craftsmanship, and their values. And that's why they continue to be a force in the luxury market.
You mentioned Simona Cochi's digital review.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what are some of the key things she highlights?
She does a fantastic job of breaking down the collection's design details.
Okay.
Things like the specific materials they used, the thought process behind the color palette, even the way the hats were constructed. It's a real insider's look at the world of high fashion.
So she's giving us like a glimpse behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Showing us the artistry and expertise that goes into creating something like this.
Exactly. And she also connects the dots between the collection and Borsalino's history, highlighting how they've managed to modernize those classic elements without losing the essence of what makes a Borsalino hat so special.
It sounds like she's offering a level of analysis that you wouldn't get just from looking at photos or watching a runway show. It's about understanding the context. The story, the craftsmanship behind the collection.
Precisely. And that deeper understanding, that's what elevates the experience of owning a Borsalino. It's not just a hat. It's a piece of history, a conversation starter, a reflection of your own personal style.
Okay, so we've got this amazing collection inspired by a Hollywood legend, launched at one of the biggest fashion events in the world, and analyzed by a top fashion journalist.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But let's step back for a minute.
Okay.
And talk about the bigger picture here.
Okay.
What does Borsalino's success tell us about the current state of menswear? What trends are they tapping into? It feels like, we're seeing a real shift away from fast fashion, from trends that come and go in a flash. Guys are looking for something. with more substance, more longevity.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a growing appreciation for heritage, for craftsmanship, for pieces that tell a story,
Right.
and will last a lifetime.
Right.
It's a rejection of that disposable mindset that's dominated fashion for so long.
And Borsalino embodies that perfectly. They've been perfecting their craft for over 160 years.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
Right.
But it's not just about the past.
Right.
They're also innovating, adapting to the modern market without losing sight of their core values.
Right.
It's a tough balancing act.
Yeah.
But they're pulling it off.
They're proven that classic style can be relevant, even cutting edge in today's world,
Right.
It's about understanding that
Yeah.
true style transcends trends.
Right.
It's about investing in pieces that reflect who you are, what you value.
And that brings us back to personal branding.
Yeah.
Choosing a Borsalino.
Yeah.
It's a statement. It's saying,
Yeah.
I appreciate quality, I have a sense of history,
Right.
and yeah, I'm not afraid to turn a few heads.
It's a subtle power move, absolutely.
Right.
And there's a certain confidence that comes with wearing a hat like a Borsalino. It's not for the wallflower. It takes a certain personality to pull it off.
Okay, I have to ask.
Yeah.
For someone who's, new to the world of hats, who's maybe a little intimidated by the idea of rocking a fedora.
Right.
What would you say?
Yeah.
What kind of guy can wear this?
I'd say it's for the man who's comfortable in his own skin, who appreciates classic style,
Right.
but isn't afraid to put his own spin on it. Someone who understands that style is an extension of personality.
So it's not about fitting into a mold.
No.
It's about expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Adding another dimension to who you are.
Precisely. Yeah. It's about having that little bit of swagger, that Bogart-esque confidence that makes you stand out from the crowd in a way that feels effortless and authentic.
And isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah.
Finding that unique style that reflects the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
It's not about copying someone else.
Right.
It's about taking inspiration and making it your own.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
And it's fascinating to think about how a single accessory, like a hat, can become such a powerful symbol,
Right.
In Bogart's case, the fedora became almost an extension of his persona. That blend of toughness, charisma, and mystery.
It's like the hat amplified everything that made him so magnetic on screen.
Right.
And now Borsalino's tapping into that same energy, that same allure with this collection.
Yeah.
It's not just a hat, it's an invitation to tap into your own inner Bogart.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so much more than just a fashion story.
Right.
It's a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
A testament to the enduring power of style and how it can shape our perceptions, our identities, even our aspirations.
It's like wearing a piece of history, a story on your head.
Yeah.
And who wouldn't want a little bit of that Bogart magic
I know, right?
in their life?
But in all seriousness, what Borsalino has achieved here is remarkable.
Right.
They've taken a classic style, infused it with modern relevance, and launched it on a global stage.
And they've done it with such finesse, such attention to detail.
Yeah.
It's clear that they understand their customer. They understand the power of heritage and craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to take risks.
And let's not forget, of course, Simona Cochi's fantastic digital review.
Yeah.
She really captures the essence of this collection, the artistry, the thoughtfulness, the way it bridges that gap between classic and contemporary.
She's the perfect guide for this deep dive.
Yeah.
She gets it.
She does.
She understands the nuances of the fashion world, and she's able to articulate those insights in a way that's both informative and engaging.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out her review for a more in-depth look at the collection.
Yeah.
She breaks down everything from the materials and construction to the inspiration behind the designs.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything.
I think so too.
Bogart, Borsalino, Milan Fashion Week, the economics of luxury,
Yes.
personal branding. It's been quite a ride.
It has.
Yeah.
And I hope our listeners have come away with a deeper appreciation for the power of style, the importance of craftsmanship, and maybe even a little inspiration to embrace their own inner Bogart.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
A big thank you to you.
Oh, thank you.
And to our listeners for joining us on this deep dive into Borsalino's Bogart Kit 7 collection. Until next time, stay stylish.
Stay stylish.
And remember, confidence is always the best accessory.